Alright, so I removed all my chairs and I am flying around. By the way, if I press 2 buttons on my end, it drifts and then it stops. And I'm actually gonna keep it like that for now. In this lesson we're gonna focus on making an AI. And the AI is not gonna use any nav mesh bounce poems or any AI controllers. So we're gonna make a very plain AI that doesn't use any of that stuff. So let's make a new blueprint class and call it an actor. And it's gonna be chaser. BP underscore chaser. We're gonna go to our paint and explain some stuff. So let's say we have like a graph. We have a graph. And let's say the player is right here. And now we have an AI right here, over here, and over here. They're all the same actor, that's why they're in red. And let's say we want to make them to where they always look at the player, regardless of where they are. And we don't want them to just look at the player, we want them to go towards the direction of the player. But they're not gonna go towards where the player is, they're gonna go towards what they're facing. So this actor is looking up, so he's going forward. If the player moves over here, then these AIs would start looking there instead. And they would also go there. It looks like they're chasing the player, but the reality is they're looking at the player and they're going forward. And there's difference between chasing someone and looking at them and going forward. It sounds complicated, but you see what I'm talking about. So how do we make them always look at the player? Well, there's a function over here called find look at rotation. That one pretty much does what we want it to do, where they're looking at the player and they're going towards it. For the starting location, you're gonna need the actor's location. So get actor, and by actor I mean the chaser. You need the chaser's location, and then you need the player's location. So get player pawn, get actor location. See, this one says target to self, which is the chaser, and the new one is the player pawn. Find look at rotation, we're gonna say the product of that is set actor rotation. And it's just like that. That function should make the chaser always look at the player. Alright, let's add a cube. And from that cube we're also gonna add another cube. But instead of a cube we'll call it a cone. Replace that with a cone. Up, rotate. The cone would just be used to tell the player, tell the chaser what's its front axis. That's why we put a cone in, so I can tell where its forward vector is, which is where the cone is facing. And that function in itself should allow us to see where the player is going, I guess. So play. Oh wait, I gotta add it to the level. And you can see it's Okay, a little down, I guess. And you can see it's always facing the player, wherever the player goes. It's always facing it. Alright, now we want to make it to where it goes towards the player. And we'll do that same thing the way we did over here with the move forward. We're gonna say get the actor forward vector, add it, multiply it with float, get the actor location, and you're gonna set that as the new actor location. So in PP Chaser, I'm just gonna place it right here. And you guys can see with just 2 command nodes, we're able to make a very efficient chaser that's also very basic. Oh, it's the same speed as the player, that's why it's always teleporting towards him. We'll go with half the speed of the player. And you can see it's still chasing it. Now it's chasing it very well.